Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Aramis Vet, and this is my Mother's Day 2020 message. Sorry it's a week late. It's just been crazy and personal things. I just was not able to get to it, but I wanted to make sure that something as important as our mothers is not forgotten. So I am doing it today in addition to my May 18th. Um, Special spiritual inspirational video. Um, so in preparing for this, I was looking at the definition for what is a mother, and the definition is a female parent. And I thought that's just too vague and lackluster of a way to describe my mom and mommy and then even my wife and how important they are to me. And so I took it upon myself that I needed to do some more research and to give you my definition and explanation of what is a mother, mom, or mommy. And so, in part of that research, I came across this article in Psychology Today, and I'm kind of just going to read over it and insert my thoughts and feelings as I'm feeling inspired by part of it being inspirational message, and things that it's made me think of my own mother and my wife. And it says, Mother's Day is a day you get to show your mom or the mother of your children how grateful you are that she is in your life. Do not waste the opportunity. Um, I cannot stress that enough. Do not waste that opportunity. Um, I may have not been able to do as much as I wanted for my mom or my wife for Mother's Day, but they do know how much they mean to me, and I try to make an effort throughout the year that and treat every day I can like it's Mother's Day and showing them how much they mean to me and how important they are, so that um, no matter what is going on Mother's Day, that in our lives that they do not forget that and that they do know that. And so number one reason why moms are important is if it weren't for your mom, you wouldn't be breathing right now. If nothing else, you should thank her for that. Um, that's definitely true. If it was not for our mother, we would not be here. And that is a unique experience for me as I am adopted. And I am definitely thankful to my birth mother that even though she knew that she was not going to be able to care for me herself, that she felt to place me for adoption, and that I am here today, and that I am thankful that my adopted mother, who I call mommy, um, was able to be there to take over in that role. And I definitely thank you both for allowing me to be here. The number two reason, mothers are the emotional backbones of the family. They provide the holding place for everyone's feelings and do their best to keep us from being hurt. Um, Geez, I could talk on and on about how true and important that is. Even at 35 years old, when I am hurt, when I am struggling or things like that, I still want to go to my mommy. Um, Something about talking to mommy just makes you feel better, and it is a safe place. And I have seen that in my life with my wife and our children, is that um, she definitely makes it a safe place for them to bear their feelings and know that they are loved and supported and protected. And they really do work hard to try and keep us from being hurt. And number 3, who would kiss your boo-boos to make it all better if she weren't around? Mothers have the magic touch and kiss to help us heal our wounds, physical and emotional. Um, Kind of talked about with number 2. That is so true. Um, it is something mothers just have. They're able to physically and emotionally help you feel better. Um, Number 4, truly, our mothers worked hard and made sacrifices so our lives would be better. There are not a lot of people willing to do that, so let her know you appreciate it. And oh, true, my mom raised 3 boys basically on her own, and she worked hard and made a lot of sacrifices so that we could become the men that we are today. And I definitely did not realize how much she gave of herself and sacrificed of herself in raising us until one really got out on my own, and I was a missionary for a church and just helping people there. And then when I got married and becoming a husband, I learned a little more, and then truly didn't understand and appreciate it until I became a father. And not only just with my first child, but with even with number 5, it just the I can't even put it into words. And then seeing that every day with my wife and our children, it's just I hope that I do it enough and say it enough, but I truly don't feel that I could ever in this life express how much I love and appreciate those women for what they have done for me and for my children. Number 5, mothers are forgiving, so forgive her in return. Perhaps nothing will be as valuable a gift to both of you as forgiveness. Open your heart and drop your resentments. Now that's love. Um, and it truly is. The miracle of forgiveness is one of the greatest gifts that you can give someone. And um, I know there's been a lot of things that I have done and said that have hurt both my mother and my wife, and um, I try to make every effort to um, forgive them and say I'm sorry, and to try not to do the same thing again. But um, life is ever changing and ever growing, and I am going to take this opportunity to tell them both that I love them. I'm sorry for the hurt and pain I have caused them over most of my 35 years of being on this earth, and just know that I truly love and appreciate you. Number 6, when you want to climb the tallest mountain, your mother will make your lunch for you. She is the one who will support your dreams when no one else will. She will also remind you to wear clean underwear. Yeah, that's something about they are your biggest fan. They are your number one cheerleader, your person in your life who's going to remind you that even when you are so focused on everything else you need for that big climb, that they're going to remind you that you need clean underwear for it, because they know you. You're going to forget the little details somewhere along the way. Um, Number 7, her boundaries made you a better person. You may not have liked some of her decisions, especially when you wanted to party with your friends, but she did keep you out of trouble. Look at some of your friends without a mom who has cared that much. Um, I gotta say, honestly, I am lucky that in my friends that pretty much all have had mothers that have cared for them, and I really can't look at that as an example, but I can look back and there were times that I really thought my mom was trying to hold me back and just not let me have any fun. And then I look back on it and I realize that she was there as my protector, my guardian, trying to help me not get hurt and to make mistakes that I couldn't recover from. Luckily, I had a mom who loved and cared about me enough that she did allow me to make mistakes. Luckily, she was there to help me prevent me from making mistakes I couldn't recover from. I think that is the main thing, and I see that with my wife and our children in this struggle every day of you need to let them make mistakes to grow and learn, but at the same time, you don't want them to make a mistake that they will never recover from. Um, and then so number 8, I believe, is where I am at. I'm just looking back over this. Yes, number 8. A mother's ears and eyes hear and see everything. They also have a computer like memory for all the good and some of the bad that came your way. It's nice to have someone with whom you can reminisce about your whole life. And, yeah, that is true. Definitely that, something God has blessed mothers with is that computer like memory to remember all the good and even some of the bad away and to help us through it. Um, and it is nice. I still love being able to just sit and talk with my mom about some of the good and some of the bad times that we've had as a family and growing up and the things that we have learned and grown together through and with. And I love watching that with my wife and our children and the things that they're able to do together and know that one day they will look back and have those same moments of reflection and inspiration that I have with my mother. Number 9, mom taught you to be a functioning adult. That was her job, and without that, making it through the modern world would be very hard. Your mom may have forced you to do your homework, but now you see how important it was. Um, and yes, honestly, that's probably just a recap of the last 8 of the things that I've said, but I would say I am not as functioning of an adult without my mother and the sacrifices that she made, and anywhere where I am lacking as a functional adult should not be blame placed on her, but in my selfishness and inability to be a functioning adult. She has done everything she can, and so anything wrong with me is me, not her. Um, all right, and number 10, a mother's smile when it is directed towards you makes your day a whole lot better. All she needs is to know that she has helped you to be and feel your best. Say thank you. Um, and it's just so true that sometimes in our daily life and things and how we're trying to think of the big ways to show people that we care about them, we forget about the very small details, and sometimes it's the small details that mean the most. Like my um, dog tags that I got. It's something very small, but sometimes that is what makes the biggest difference. Um, and if nothing else, just daily say, "Thank you, Mom. I love you, Mom. I appreciate you, Mom." And then that will make all the difference. And it will make Mother's Day the icing on the cake, and all the other extra trimmings and guilty pleasures that she'll indulge herself on that day that she won't do the rest of the year. But it will make Mother's Day not feel like the only day that she gets cake. Sorry, I'm stuck on cake with it being my son's birthday and we have lots of cake around the house. But make Mother's Day, or just make every day a day where you tell your mother, you tell your wife, and the other women in your life that were like mothers, or and like I have 3 daughters who will one day be mothers. Take every day to say thank you, I love you, I appreciate you. So then that way, on Mother's Day, to some degree, it doesn't feel empty, it doesn't feel hollow, it doesn't feel like you're trying to check a checkbox. That you make them truly feel special every day. And this honestly is going a little bit longer than I had originally anticipated, but say that mothers are a an example of a type of pure love of Christ. Christ spent his life serving and sacrificing for others, and everything that he did was and is for us. And I can't think of any better example in this life on the world today of type of pure love of Christ as mothers. Um, some of them may not be perfect, and they make mistakes, but they spend every day of their life sacrificing and working towards the joy and fulfillment of others, and forgetting about themselves or ignoring themselves. If nothing else, the least that we can do is one day a year show them how much they mean to us. And I hope that you are not just doing it one day a year. And if you are, stop screwing up and do better. And I am looking at myself in the camera right now because I'm telling myself that. Um, Nothing else. Go out. Tell them I love you. Tell them thank you and I appreciate you. If they are not on this earth anymore, then look up towards heaven, because I believe that's all mothers go to heaven. And tell them that they will hear you and they will appreciate it. This is the Air Misfit signing off.